Hello and welcome in everybody to episode 5 of Earthbreak Omega Protocol. Red Panda's not happy or excited at all, as you can tell. So this has been a crazy story, actually, I feel like. We definitely didn't see the way some of these episodes were going to be turning out. We're used to a lot of different hunter killer, stories and styles at this point, and definitely didn't expect some of the stuff that we've had. So at this point, if you're watching this later on YouTube, then you'll see a big spoiler warning triangle. If you're watching this live, spoiler warning, and go check out the YouTube link that's gonna, and also above up there, right, on YouTube later. That'll show up. That'll take you to the playlist. Otherwise, if you're watching this live, you can just type in !YouTube and it'll get you that link over to our site. So with that, for this series of Earthbreak, the kind of crazy part, right, was that we didn't expect to have it be the way that it was as far as finding out about Shepard, right? Well,
yeah.
Shepard that's not Shepard.
That we don't
right. Yeah. We're used to a lot of cases where we work our way through and we, eliminate suspects and we do all this stuff. And this one's definitely not like that.
Everything we thought would be in episode 5 was in episode 3, and we're like, now what?
Yeah, right? Finding out a bunch of stuff. So now, at this point, if you are trying to remember what we did in episode 4, then, trying to get caught up is that we found out that Shepard was not Shepard. And they, at this point, he's in, they've captured him.
Yeah,
right?
Basically he corrupted Patricia somehow and sent her system into a new Omega protocol, so she can't communicate properly. And they wrestled after that and caught him.
Right, yeah.
Locked him up.
So and that's the thing, right? So right now we've got Patricia has initiated the new Omega Protocol, which is not good for any of us inside of this bunker. And and going from there. But we did find out at least that he's responsible for Persephone. He's responsible for Persephone's death. Is what we were able to determine. Yeah. So this episode, it all comes down to this, of whether we're going to have freedom or security, or whether we're going to be, locking the bunker doors, or whether we're all going to be forced to leave the bunker because Patricia is
meltdown mode,
going into nuclear meltdown mode, and that we're going to have to fend for ourselves outside with the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
That Sister Ada is referring to in her sermons as angels.
Yeah.
So the stuff like that we've been able to figure out and find out. So with that, we're going to dive into episode 5. So first up, let's take a quick glance over at the evidence room and see what we have for evidence in the box.
I think one more important thing for the recap, just as we're going to this stuff, because we're suspicious that Shepard that we've known that helped Persephone leave the building isn't the real Shepard because of the immunity test. That's how we figured this out. So the real Shepard, based on some testing that the FBI database had, he was not immune to the virus. But the Shepard we currently have in the facility that we were holding hostage, he's totally immune to the virus. So obviously can't be the same person because the DNA don't match. Right. So the question, though, is who is he really? And what is his overall mission? What is his goal?
Right.
Taking down Patricia. If he wants to really control this bunker for all eternity, how does corrupting the tar out of her help him?
I think at this point, maybe it was just something he realized he was going to be caught, and
maybe
so he initiated this so that as a fail-safe type measure, maybe.
Yeah, that's possible.
If I'm going down, then you're all going down with me, type deal.
Or you can't kick me out because I'm the only one who can control her.
Right? Yeah, you can't kick me out because I'm the only one to fix it.
Yeah.
So
and look at it,
stuff like that. So if you want to get the box opened on up, we'll take a look at some stuff there, and go from there. So
I've never seen a blue envelope before.
Yeah, so we got blue envelope, we've got our main envelope, and our bookmark, of course. So, all right. guys.
Excuse me.
The
Alrighty.
chat,
Oh, my.
again, welcome in. So I saw Katie came in, grabbed that first into the chat. Allie Do, welcome in as well, claiming that second. Bragging rights. Let's go.
I love the detail.
Oh, yeah.
So
the corruption.
each time the form has gotten worse and worse because Trisha's struggling at the moment, and so
Right.
I love like how she's trying so hard to communicate.
Right.
She's not getting very far.
So that looks like that would be the contact letter.
Yes.
We have. That looks like a exile notice.
Apparently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay then. Well,
So showing that he is found
spoiler
guilty.
spoiler alert.
Right. Well, there we go.
Okay then. So that also,
looks-
I thought we were going to be trying to confirm that.
Yeah.
That was my theory since episode 3.
Yeah, we'll find out. All right. And that looks like that is a statement.
It
Maybe
is.
Jordan's statement.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that is
something handwritten
Lila's
from
announcement.
Lila.
Yep. So that's Lila's
Oh my
announcement.
god.
More
Wow.
blueprint schematics.
Wow, that looks pleasant. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, that scares the crap out of me now. Cool, good times. Maybe
Okay.
I'm not so excited for this episode after all. Humble pie.
Right, Allie Do? Bye, Shepard. Or bye, not Shepard. I can't remember what the other guy was that we were talking that we thought it was. Was it what was his name? The one that we think that
Watson,
Shepard is. Watson.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Watson?
Watson. I think it was Watson.
I think it's Watson.
Yeah. I don't know.
Which is like the code name for somebody that's the hacker. It's basically the hacker.
Right, yeah.
Which I think it was like some Mark something.
Yeah,
Mark
something.
maybe?
Yeah, I think Watson was the code name for it.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe definitely W.
yep. All right, and then you also have, it looks like an FBI badge.
Oh, is that what this is? It's so tiny. It's so well then.
So,
All
blood.
girls had better days.
Blood-covered FBI badge. Looks like you have a stopwatch,
That is pretty bloody considering the stuff is inside the sleeves.
right?
Stopwatch, you said?
Yep.
Oh, it's working. That's a
Uh,
honker too.
And then it looks like that would be the puzzle box.
Oh my. What?
So,
Okay.
okay.
Like when I pull up on it, it's almost like there's like a maze track and you can twist. Oh, I got farther. All right, we're gonna stop there. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna stop there for now. That's interesting.
All right.
All right,
So,
this is like the perfect fidget spinner for me.
yeah, there's a few things in here that I think are maybe in this envelope. So we'll wait to open that until we read through the
Contact letter.
contact letter. Yep. All right.
Oh,
Something on the back of it.
there is.
Oh,
Said hashtag 36 or pound 36.
okay.
That's different. What would that all be about?
Well-
pound 36. Okay, that's gonna matter somewhere. Pound 36.
Probably. All right. So now we've got those all looked at. Let's head over to our investigation room, which is completely showing the right screen right now, apparently. So let's go ahead and fix that. Pro streamer right here.
Oops.
Yep. I don't know which ones. There we go. Got it. All right.
Badge.
Look, see?
Bloody badge.
Shh, nothing. You saw nothing, chat. You saw nothing. Okay.
Did they get to see this at
Of
least?
course. There was no incorrect screen that
Nothing
you
to
saw
see
here.
here.
Okay. It's fine. So all right. So we've got the contact letter. Do you want to start going over that?
Sure. I don't want to play with the finger puzzle thing.
No, obviously not. You hate it, and it's horrible.
awful.
And
I'll do this every day of the
they make
week
us
over
do
that map thing. That electrical circuit map? Absolutely not. All right. Shall we?
Right?
All right. So bear with me because it's a little rough. That's weird. Oh, apparently we did get elected to the council because we are now being called A117.
There you go.
So apparently we did get the votes we needed, aka Cyril and Alosha, to be able to be elected to the council. Because Lila was
Okay.
pushing for it. We're replacing Oswald.
All right, so
All right.
there you go.
So A117. Okay. I've locked myself in the server room until Patricia is back to her normal self. Oh, geez, girl. Sorry. I just seem a bit obsessive. I wish I could talk to you face to face, but for now, letters will have to do. As you may be aware by now, Alosha and I recommended you to the council and made our case. We have accepted the new position on your behalf. Before we get into the issue of the lock-in vote, I'd just like to say that despite the long, bumpy road that led us here, I'm proud of what we were able to accomplish together. We were able to exile Theodore Markson. It's so strange to call him by a different name. I can't believe he was able to trick me like that for years. Even more impressive, he was able to pull the wool over Alosha's eyes. Oswald, as I knew him, seemed like a genuinely decent guy, if not a bit socially awkward. It feels like I've lost a friend. But we're not out of the woods yet. Markson has left a long-lasting impression on this facility. Not only with its residents, but also with Patricia. My Patricia is still infected and dysfunctional. In order to get the truth of the matter, I've sent you everything that was left behind on of Markson's personal effects. There were a few things on his desk, arranged neatly. The FBI badge he stole from Oswald, his stopwatch, and a cylindrical object he made Patricia print out for him a little while back. I have no idea what the object could be. Additionally, a new protected file has cropped up on the data cache, marked restricted. Alosha claims it is not his. I suspect Markson left one last message or one last...
Markson, that's what it was.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yep.
Left one last message or one last-ditch effort to ruin us. Find out what it is and who put it there. We will no longer be controlled by a madman. I've sent a message to every resident in this facility showing where and how to access Alosha's data cache. Finally, we have the evidence we need to change their minds about the lock-in. Take a look at all we've accomplished together. We have the truth, and now so do they. We've accumulated a few new pieces of information, mainly Simone's input on Persephone's findings, and Anto's reports on the sustainability of the facility. I commend those two for their hard work, long hours, and concern for our residents. Jordan's decision tells another story. All the more reason to try and keep our doors unlocked, or else we risk losing even more highly skilled people. There is still mounting pressure on the council to hold the lock-in vote. Even with everything revealed, there are those who cling too strongly to their fears. Markson successfully gained support for his cause, and now Matthias is carrying the torch. Cyril may have come to terms with the exile after Markson's true identity was revealed. However, convincing Cyril to vote no on the lock-in is an entirely different matter. He's a smart man, but he doesn't see eye to eye with us on many things. Unfortunately, he's kept his feelings about the lock-in vote close to his chest until now, so it looks like you will be our deciding vote. Oh, so that means Cyril must be leaning towards a lock-in with Matthias.
Yeah, so
we really are going to choose the career freedom.
Oh, man.
Oh, that means we have to agree.
Man, we got to choose. Yeah, we got to choose whether to lock in or not lock in.
Most council votes have already taken place, but when I checked on your access permissions, it looks like you are locked out of the vote page. This was to be Oswald's vote, after all. Even from outside, Markson is still...
where you at?
It looks like it says Criffing. Markson is still something with us.
Which paragraph?
It's the... Six. Line 3, fourth word.
Well,
Five,
I mean, from the bottom, how many paragraphs?
2, 3. Third one up.
Okay, so most council votes have already taken place?
Yes. Third line down, fifth word. Criffing?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Criffing.
I have no idea what that word means. I will have to Google that. Markson is still criffing with us. I'm sure if we can find a way to fix Patricia, you will be able to unlock the page for yourself. This might be the best in any case. Before the best in any case. We could have ended up locking the doors on ourselves indefinitely without Patricia functioning properly, and it would have cost us dearly. We still have some control over the NAC's intranet system, but Patricia controls communications both inside and outside the base, eavesdrops on alien chatter and whereabouts, and shields us from alien technology, along with a few other facility functions like lights and heat. It's imperative that we fix her. No need to contact me through the secure portal anymore. Counselor, follow the evidence and do what feels right. I'll be waiting for your vote. We're all counting on you. Your friend and fellow council member, Layla.
Okay.
So it looks like anyone can access the data cache. It sounds like we still need to access the data cache one more time. But it also sounds like we need to get into the area to place the vote.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So, Chad, I put all of the physical evidence into Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, there's the link right there. If you're watching this later on YouTube, don't worry, it'll be down in the description down below. One definition of cripping means something was broken or in a bad definition.
Oh, who knew?
Yeah, oh, in a bad situation. Okay, so leaving is still leaving us in a bad situation, basically.
Okay.
All right, and still messing with us, I guess, is the way I would also interpret it. So up next, let's go ahead. So obviously we are now officially councilmen.
Yay!
Or council
Dun,
members.
dun, dun, dun.
So we are represented as A117. We have been promoted. We skipped the Bravos and went straight to Alpha.
Yeah, who wants to be a B-class citizen when you can go all the way for A?
Right? So...
It does sound weird, though. I'm kind of used to C117.
I know, right?
We didn't get a password this time, either.
So this is a little packet that we received in the box. And so if you would like to open that up, we can... I'll open this up so everyone can see it a little bit better.
Ooh. Oh, we got that pin! Oh!
There we go. So we get a little, nice little lapel pin. Talking about for our stuff.
Oh, there goes that password card. I knew it.
Yep. So
I like the fish on this, though. It's fancy.
And then some cards and some information about for us being that.
All
so
right.
there's the password card. We'll get this pulled up as well. Those of you in the chat, if you would like to try to solve, then what we are going to be solving for is
this guy.
Yep, that password card. So wrong one. There we go. So this one right here. So these letters right there, that's what we're looking for. This is located as well inside of the Discord if you need to open that up. And that'll help us get into what we need to get into the next system. So if you want to work on that, you're more than welcome to. I think the dog needs to be let out. Or barking at the door. So I'm going to go let our dog out real quick.
All right, guys, let's see if we can crack this sucker real quick. So, spoiler again for anyone who does not want this to be ruined. Normally with these, we have to shift the letters somehow. So, normally it's by the rule, but front or back, that tends to vary a little bit. So, let's see. F, Q, F, S, Y, Z, W, N, S, I. So, B, C, F, G, H, I. Let's see, so F, so 1, 2, 3, 5, so turn A. Q would be 1, 2, 3, 4, V. Okay, F instead of another A. Another K. You guys can see this a little bit. Okay. S. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. N. 1, 2, 3, 5, or an F. I'm just gonna keep going backwards for now because that's the one that's starting to look more promising. So Y backwards 5, 1, 2, 3, 5 would be a T. E backwards 1, 2, 3, 5 would be a U. And W 1, 2, an R. And W 1, 2, wait. I got myself all kinds of mixed up, guys. N E.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm horrible holding the fort down without you, by the way.
Oh, well, you're okay.
Don't be so sure. I'm over here mumbling and talking to myself, not even talking to chat. I haven't even looked at chat actually because I was so distracted. Sorry, guys. So S 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N.
I'm not sure where the
I would be
Spinner disc is if you need me to.
Oh, I think I know where it's at. I think I left it in the living room with the other stuff. It should be on the humidifier, the big humidifier. I'll check that one more time here. So, S, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's in. Y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's E. 5, that's U. W, 1, 2, 5. That's up. All right, we'll try this, and if it doesn't work, I'll need you to help me. So, looks like I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. That's a good thing. I'm just not feeling this one. It doesn't look like a word.
On my way.
It's like Atlantor, and I don't.
Okay.
Something's wrong.
What are we shifting by?
5. At least
By
that's
5?
my assumption. Unless, can I not read? Is this a 3? No, okay, it is a 5. Thank God. I'm like, it's bad if I put my glasses on and I still couldn't
Remember,
read that.
rule 5. Okay.
So, when I was doing the forwards, it wasn't really doing much, so I went with the backwards, but
Okay.
I don't know. Do you want to just type it in
So
really quick just to see
A
if
is
we're
F.
right?
If you shift, did you try shifting forward?
I did try shifting forward. It was horrible.
Okay.
So I went backwards.
Okay, so A, but when you shifted forward, was AF? A equaled F, right? When you shifted forward?
No, that was when I shifted backwards.
That was when you shifted backwards?
I don't know. Hold on. Did I just mix that up?
1, 2.
So F is where we start. So
A
I go
should be
backwards.
V as
1,
in
2,
Victor.
3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry. This is the original word up here.
Correct. So if you shift
I go
the alphabet backwards by 5.
F would be A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, F is A. Okay, yep.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So A would equal V as in Victor.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how you did it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's
I'll
type
spell
that in.
it to you and just see if we get it. Just don't forget to do A117 this time.
Yep.
If someone sees any mistake I made, please speak up anytime.
Okay. What letters are we using?
A, L, A, N, T, U, R, I, N, D.
Nope.
Okay. That's what I thought. Something's not right.
Okay. So let's try.
If I give you the letter, do you want to give me the letter just in case I screw this up somewhere?
Let's look at shifting forward.
Well, maybe I made a mistake somewhere along here. I mean, I can
Okay,
do
yeah, that's
shifting
fine. I can
forward,
do
but
backwards.
the first 4 I did for shifting forward was KVKX.
Okay.
So it didn't really feel like that was going anywhere.
Okay, so what's your letter?
So we already figured out F. So Q.
Okay. L.
Yep. F again was A.
Yep.
S.
Is N.
Okay. Y.
T.
Z.
U.
W.
R.
N.
I.
S. We already know is N.
Yep.
And I.
I is D. Is Delta.
So unless I told you the verbally wrong, that's not it. So you're right. Let's go the other direction,
Okay.
I guess.
So we'll try shifting forward by 5. So F would equal K.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then what's the next letter?
Q.
Q would equal V as in Victor.
K. And then F would equal K again. And then S.
X.
And then Y. Oh, that's one. Yeah.
Y is Delta.
Z.
Echo.
And then W.
Bravo.
N.
Sierra. S.
S.
Is X is an X-ray.
I.
Is
Actually-
in Nancy.
Maybe I screwed that up. Maybe that's an L at the end. What do you think?
That's probably an L.
That's what I'm thinking. I screwed up. So that makes sense. So
So L is Quebec.
that does not. Oh, for which direction though?
Going forward.
Okay. What was it going backwards? Can you tell? I'm still putting my money on the going backwards because the other one is
G is in
literally
golf.
gibberish. Atlanturing? Atlanturing?
Okay. Yeah,
I don't
let's try
know.
that.
That's
Okay.
right. So basically, it's the exact same thing.
A-L-A-N.
Yep. A-N.
You are?
T-U-R-I-N-G.
A-L-A-N.
A-L-A-N-T-U-R-I-N-G.
Let's try it. All right, that worked.
Oh, I can't read L's and I's. That's embarrassing. Can we edit that out?
No
Epic
worries.
fail.
No worries.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, we fixed it. That's all.
So we got that part. So we are in for the next facility. Oh, okay. So Alan Turing.
Oh!
So Alan Turing was a computer scientist and mathematician.
That is so helpful because that looked like Atlantis.
Look,
and
this
some
is
of
why.
the-
All right, look. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate it.
This is why we need you.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
We showed how incredibly smart we are just now.
Right? SMRT. Smart. Okay. All right, so Jeremy's straw poll as of day 1855.
All right, what do we think we're gonna say? Are they
There
gonna be happy or
is-
mad?
Huh?
I'm just curious if they're gonna be happy or mad.
So the whole facility, right? We ready to see this chat? This is the Jeremy straw poll of are you pro or anti lock-in, day 1855. So we had a lot of last time, still several undecided votes. I don't remember which direction. Let's see which direction we were leaning last time. Last time we had 3 votes remaining undecided, and there were 51 anti and 50 pro. This time around, we are sitting at an exact 50-50 split with 0 undecided.
Ooh.
So 52 votes for anti, 52 votes for pro.
Wow, that's tight.
So
We were like the dividing factor.
correct.
No pressure.
Forum. We've got somebody, user C010. I want to talk about the council's vote decisions and this new council appointment. I can't believe they just vote a newcomer onto the council so easily. Well, get over it, okay? Because we're here to stay.
We're awesome.
We
You're
don't
lucky
know
to
what
have
their
us.
stance is. We don't know how they'll vote. All we can do is speak up and hope our voices are heard. I guess this is turning into more of an announcement now. Make sure you all speak up. Make sure the council takes us into consideration when they vote. There is 0 comments on that one. Says request pending for that. The new counselor, C117. Seriously? There are people who have been here for nearly as long as the Omega Protocol has been in place, and they picked the last person who happened to wander in from the surface. We don't know anything about this person, and they don't know anything about us. The council has dropped more balls than a greased-up quarterback lately,
Ouch.
but this one really takes the cake. Maybe Jordan has the right idea. I
quarterback?
can't deal with this type of erratic leadership. Delta, another Delta user. Sounds like someone's just jealous. How many government conspiracies have you uncovered, Jacobs? A117 kept a madman from taking over. Now that madman has been replaced, and by a well-deserving candidate, in my opinion. Everything can finally go back to normal. Response back to that, you need to get your head out of the sand, Wanda. Who's to say the so-called conspiracy the council is presenting to us even happened the way they say it did? Anyone who still trusts a single word that comes out of their mouths is an idiot.
Ouch.
Exile. So Oswald is just gone after all he did. We're just going to kick him out and be done. Others saying not enough, in my opinion. The council should have gutted him like a fish. He killed Persephone. Anything less than death for him is mercy. Kicking him out is basically a death sentence. Council went too far. Why couldn't we have kept him locked up in here? Throwing him out of the facility is needlessly cruel. Sure, we'll just allocate a spare bedroom and the extra food we have to keeping a liar and murderer safe and sound. Exactly. We barely have enough to go around as it is. We can't afford any dead weight. All right. All right. They can kick any of us out now. Exiling Theo is the beginning of the end. The council has established their preferred form of punishment. If any of us step out of line, they'll throw us to the wolves, or in this case, aliens. Beginning? Wasn't the beginning of the end when an alien virus wiped out most of humanity? Bruno, you're being paranoid. This is an extreme situation and will likely never happen again. These are all like Delta and Charlie users.
Basically, it's like a gossip session because they're all just basic people.
Yeah, just don't kill anyone, impersonate a federal agent for 5 years, or conspire to swing the results of a council vote, and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
simple enough. Hey, Exquisite. Hello,
hey.
Do you want to go get...
Oh, sure.
Did you get it?
No, I'm so daggone close, though.
Okay.
It's like hanging on at this much, so I'm just trying to trace everything down. Because once you go back down, you can't see everything else, so I'm like trying to figure it out.
Okay.
So I'm daggone close, though.
Yeah. Go let the
You're
pup
making
in.
me stop at the most hard time to walk
Yes,
away.
I am. I am a horrible, horrible person. I am so sorry. I should be exiled. All right. Let's see. So, is Jordan gone? Oh, wait, hold on. We got this one. This is why we need the lock-in to pass. If the doors are sealed, they can't do this to anyone else. So this is why they're split 50-50 right now. So, I think that's really what this is coming down to. Like, a lot of people are afraid that if we don't lock down.
Sorry.
So I think this comment from user C020 kind of sums up what this is. So it says this is why we need the lock-in to pass. What's up?
I was just looking up C020, sorry.
So it says if the doors are sealed, they can't do this to anyone else. So I think part of
kick them out. Okay.
Yeah. So I think part of that, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
is that.
that's that girl. It's the Velasquez girl. She basically thinks she's the boss and the council lady, and she basically is a power tripper that doesn't really have any power.
Okay. So, but this kind of sums up, I think, what the pro lock-in side is thinking is that they're worried because they just saw somebody get exiled. If the doors get locked down, then no one can be exiled.
Yeah, but you could also starve to death among many more.
That is true.
Qualities.
I'm not right, but I'm not here.
Right.
All I'm doing right now is I'm saying that I just think I realize that the side that is saying that they're pro lock-in, why they're saying they're pro lock-in.
I think they're just afraid. Like they don't want to die from an alien or a virus. They want to stay with the comfort they know.
Yeah.
All right. Kind of like in like The Walking Dead and any of those shows. Like, do you stay in the community, even though the community is big and things could go wrong, or do you take your chances out there on your own?
Yeah.
Safety in numbers, unfortunately, even though people are crazy.
We did, yeah. So to catch you up real quick, yes.
Shepard's not Shepard.
Shepard is not Shepard, which we figured out in the last episode. But this episode, we found out council voted to kick him out. Because they kicked him out, that opened a council spot. We, as members of the NAX facility, we were nominated as the new council member. So congratulations to all of us. We are now a council member A117 rather than C117. So there we go. So now you should be all pretty much caught up on that. And now we're just kind of going through some of the stuff that's being said in the community discussions. Somebody asking, did anyone else see the letter Jordan left in the rec room? This is crazy. I can't believe she had abandoned us like this. I'm trying to figure out who else left with her. So far, it looks like Madeline, Phoenix, and a few members of the elect are gone, including the sister.
Jordan's very anti-lock-in because she's very claustrophobic and has been on medications for it.
Allie did. Time to go on a power trip.
Yeah.
All right. Hey guys, has anyone seen Jeremy? Somebody saying, oh no, she didn't. I can't find him anywhere. I'm even checking the vents. Has she gone insane? He won't survive an hour out there. This is kidnapping. We need to send someone out after them right now. Send who? It looks like all the scouts went with her. There's no way we're catching them. They're gone. Please deliver this letter to me so that the council may assess the situation. Yes, Jordan is the one that goes out on expeditions. So we have a letter from Jordan. So this would be a good time to probably read that. So there's that. And we'll read through that while Red Panda is trying to solve a puzzle.
This thing's sucking hard, man. It makes you go all the way up to go back down to go all the way back up to get it off. That was a mechanism right there.
Crazy.
What that is. All right, then. Hopefully that will not get this video exiled on YouTube. We're talking about a... Never mind, that just sounds even worse. Yep. Nope. And we're done. I am speechless. Going back to my puzzle. I turned bright red.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too. All right. So the letter from Jordan. So this is the letter from Jordan saying, I'd been hoping it wouldn't come to this. Hatred and suspicion have consumed this place. An innocent person is dead. Very little ties me here anymore. Even if the doors stay open, I can't live like this. So that's why I, myself and several other residents are leaving. Understand that it's the council's wish we leave quietly and empty-handed. Personally, I think we deserve better. Perhaps a going-away party. At least anyone could do. It isn't fair, but nothing is. Earth is broken and nobody's taking steps to salvage it. Someone needs to retake the surface, and I'm tired of waiting around for permission that will never come. Just know I don't have any ill will toward any of you. Only disappointment. I know a lot of you are worried about this place, and you're right to be. Not enough people are saying it. A lock-in means that someday, soon, you'll die hungry in the dark.
Oh, ugh. That's horrible.
Make no mistake, I understand your fear of the surface. Eventually, though, I believe it's going to get better up there. Only the threat of the virus prevented me from doing this earlier. No amount of security is worth living under constant surveillance. So there it is. Until next time, everyone, remember the good times we had. Forget all the times Jeremy obliterated me at chess. And when you think of me, picture me looking up at the stars. Clear skies are all I want anymore, even if I won't last long under them. Jordan Kim. P.S. I see this as a chance to start over. Beginnings are what matter the most.
Aww.
All right. This looks like it's just a copy of said letter, so nothing hidden there. I agree, Exquisite. So it does sound like the council knew before they left.
That's pretty bad that they sent them all empty-handed, though.
Yeah.
All that Jordan's done for that facility. I mean, she was there.
Well, I mean, we weren't involved in that part of it. So that was, we were probably, I mean, well, we didn't make that decision.
Oh, that's true.
So, more like this was a council.
I just hard to think Alosha and Lila were that shady. I mean, Jordan's always been kind of supporting their side of not locking us in.
So, exile-wise, because we're talking about that a little bit, there was a poster talked about the exile. So, right there. So, this is the attention residents of Nax. The council has come to a decision on what will be done with former councilor Shepard Oswald, whose true identity is Theodore Markson. Theodore Markson is found guilty of the following crimes: carrying out a cyber attack against Nax prior to the alien invasion, conspiring to undermine the integrity of the council's vote on the lock-in, impersonating a federal agent, infecting Patricia with malicious viral code, and murdering Persephone Grace. Nax does not have the capabilities to carry out a long-term incarceration, and Theodore Markson has shown himself to be a threat to the entire community as long as he stays within our walls. The council will not set a precedent for internal capital punishment. That leaves exile from the facility as the only remaining option. Markson has been removed from the facility and banished from ever returning. Should the doors remain open, the expedition team has been granted permission to treat Markson as hostile should they see fit. Despite Markson's interference, The lock-in vote will proceed as expected. The council hopes the rest of the community will join us in putting this horrific experience behind us and focusing on the future of the facility. This message was sponsored by the remaining 4 members of the council.
Not easy, man. My hands are cramped.
Something in it?
So, yes, this spit out. So,
Okay.
like, it basically makes you walk up to go back down to go back up.
Oh.
That was hard. Actually, it was really fun, though, but that was really hard. So, like, if you look at it, like, these parts,
Yeah.
like, only connect certain ways, but you have to basically walk up, to then walk back down, and then walk back up to get this last hole right here free. All right, that still sounds
So this is the puzzle that
Still sounds
Red
flippin'
Panda
dirty.
is referring to. So as you can see down here, there is some maze style to that. And inside of the outer portion of that tube, there is a little notch that allows it to guide
Yeah, that
through
looks dirty.
that maze.
Nope, we're done.
So, huh?
I pointed to the notch. I'm like,
That's
even
fine.
that looks inappropriate. So,
All right.
like that.
So let's see.
That was interesting. Because it's like a blind puzzle. Instead of like a ball where you move it go wherever. It
Yeah.
was blind. You have to do it
Oh,
by
yeah,
feel.
absolutely.
So the question though is, do we have to plug this into that binary code blah 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 databasey thing?
It's not binary.
You don't think so?
No,
Or not
'cause-
that, but you know what I mean, the hexadecimal crap.
Oh, possibly. We'll see what we
'Cause
find with
remember
that.
he had that creepy manifest
Yeah,
or whatever?
we'll see what we find with that.
Hey, I'm just glad we got that
Uh,
undone so that it's one step closer. Because we still, oh, you know what? That might actually pertain to the map. Who knows?
Maybe. So we
Oh,
also have
sure.
our little card here that talks about being a council member. So chat says great job as well.
Oh,
On
thank
that.
you.
So absolutely
Sorry.
fantastic work.
I was a smidge excited. For a minute, I thought I was going to have to hand it off to you after getting so far because I couldn't
Yeah.
figure out how to walk it back down.
Oh man.
I was getting so frustrated.
Well, there you go.
All right.
All right.
The ordnance thing done, and then was there anything on the back of this that mattered?
I mean, we could say that. I mean, after
Participate.
going in and out, that you finally finished with the puzzle. Okay. All right.
Not only did I win. Smack.
All right. So as a council member, you have been granted access to the voting module in the council portal. We appreciate your participation in the decisions that shape our world. Council voting is mandatory for all council members. Please log into your council portal. All right. We got that council pin as
Did you already read this
well.
thing yet?
I have not. I have not shown that or read it yet. So this is the little card that came with it as well. Mega Protocol. To our newest member, welcome. You are now a member of the council. Your designation has been upgraded from C117 to A117. You have been voted in by the majority of council members, and they speak very highly of you.
Don't need to show me your butt. Thank you. He just kind of did a good pause. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
really, dude. This is our new friend.
Right?
If you haven't met him yet, he is special.
Right. He's like, we're just look. This is
I'm
the way we get
helping. He's
famous, right?
helping,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, all the famous
Let's just-
streamers, right?
Let's just
They
spin
get
that
famous
butter
by
out
showing
now.
their butts on stream. So there
There
we
you
go. We there you go. That's all he was trying to do. Okay.
He's just gonna make himself at home.
All right. To minimize conflict, we ask that you continue to adhere to these rules and regulations. Work assignments are not optional. All food and water consumption remains rationed. Strict adherence to the assigned shower schedule is required, and failure to comply with any of these regulations will result in a probationary period, where upstanding residents of the facility will shadow the offending party for a set amount of time to ensure proper behavior. Any and all serious transgressions will be punished with periods of solitary confinement and expulsion from the council. Somebody saying, I do not foresee the doors remaining open. Therefore, expulsion will no longer be a form of punishment used by the council. We will convene after the lock-in protocol to discuss probably alternatives. However, as a new member of the council, you are now granted the permissions to act on the good of the facility, including the expedited sleeping quarter reassignment to room 105 Alpha, the permission to trade food items among other council members, and the responsibility to vote on facility proposals. You now have access to secure sections of the facility. However, access to the server room remains limited to A001 and A002.
Yeah, they don't want anyone else getting anywhere near Patricia ever again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Your council membership is for life. And they cross out the process or until the crisis has passed and the protocol has been dismissed. So whoever crossed all this out and is writing all this is 100% confident that we're going to be locked in.
Yeah.
Should you need any assistance or have any questions or comments about your membership or benefits, please feel free to contact me.
Oh, great.
We look forward to seeing you at our next meeting. Sincerely, Designation A004.
Oh, so that's why.
Yep.
Because he's letting us
know. What, have you never wanted to be a council member? Well, unfortunately, they accepted it on our behalf.
Yeah, that part was really funny.
Yeah.
By the way, we get, I think we get Shepard's room.
Okay.
We get to move into Shepard's den lair of badness.
Oh, that's right, yeah. P.S. Apparently the system has been stating new Omega protocol erroneously. With your help at the helm, I am positive we will get this ship back up and running smoothly. So I think that's on the back of the card.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's taken over and is holding me hostage at this point. I'm just trying to keep him entertained so he doesn't Kittenzilla things at this point.
Right. The other letter we have is Residents of Nax. This is from Lila. So that is going to be this letter.
There you go.
It has the blueprints on the back. All right.
It moves on by now. I'm kind of stunned.
Right.
I just completely got like Kittenzilla everything. Oh yeah, no. Okay, we're done. We're done, bud. All right, you can park here. We're gonna read this page now. You're kind of just taking over
nice.
the
Russell's
whole show.
With you too. Exquisite. Nice. All right. Resident of Nax. Against the recommendations of my fellow counselors, I am publicly posting the findings of my investigation of Persephone Grace's death in complete, unimpeded detail. Regardless of the panic it might cause, the residents of Nax deserve to be fully informed. To access corroborating documents, consult my personnel file. The man known as Counselor Oswald is an imposter. He is the cyber terrorist Theodore Markson. Markson attempted to hack Nax before Day Zero in order to collect classified information. In doing so, he discovered the Omega Protocol was being initiated. The real agent Oswald found and arrested Markson, but unfortunately, Oswald expired during the invasion. Markson stole his identity and entered Nax. So it sounds like they don't feel that Oswald murdered. Or sorry, they don't feel like Markson murdered.
The way
Oswald.
It was written in Oswald's book, like the crazy Oswald's book, was that Oswald disappeared, and then he decided he became Oswald.
Correct,
and they were one and the same the whole time. So it's kind of he lost his living mind when the aliens came upon them both.
Let's see. His plot was to steal us all in, or to seal us all in via lock-in, in order to solidify his power over what remains of humanity. Persephone Grace was correct in her theory that the virus is no longer active. She could have swayed certain counselors against the lock-in had she proven her assertion. Markson planted a ULF emitter on her as she left the base. Extraterrestrials were attracted to her position by its activation and killed her. Markson has also been hacking into Patricia over the past several years. Patricia has been compromised and I have yet to undo his damage. Additionally, the soil, both internal and external to the facility, has been degrading throughout this debacle. The lock-in debate has blinded us to these larger issues, and we cannot allow it to do so any longer. Counselor Lila Woods, designation A001. So, and then there's some schematics on the back. Some of different things here. We may be using this at some point.
My stylus, come back here.
Yeah, expired's definitely a weird way that was worded, but yeah.
What part?
where they said that he expired.
Yeah, because my only issue is if the aliens killed him, they would have eaten him, or at least ripped him apart per other
Right.
people's accounts. So
Well,
how do you get the badge, the bloody badge,
right.
without doing him some kind of a sinister deed or finishing him off?
I don't know. All right. So there's also a stopwatch. Says
Said
said
and
number 36.
And it said this was from the real Oswald, did it not?
Uh,
that Markson had taken this off of the real Oswald.
I know that he had taken the.
I bet you this is the password for the document that
Maybe.
Markson put online. Well, no, maybe that's what that's for. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything really majorly revolutionary in here, though. I already knew all that. The only thing that shocked me a little bit was the soil, both in the facility and externally, is degrading. Like,
well, we knew that before.
But they made it sound like it was more the external stuff. Like, the internal stuff was getting weak because they were using it so much. They made it sound like the external stuff they were bringing in wasn't really replacing it very well because it was also degraded.
Yeah.
So
that's why the internal is degrading. Is because they can't refresh it with external soil because the external soil is degrading. That's what those I think those lab result things were last time.
The way I read those papers last time was that the outside soil was so bad we couldn't grow anything outside of the facility. It didn't act like it was so bad internally that they couldn't grow anything yet. It's just they were overusing that soil and it was not going to be able to be replenished.
Right. So that's
two different issues. I
guess. So they were
maybe.
using some outside soil to help replenish some of the nutrients to the internal soil.
Right.
I
gave him a pen to keep him entertained. He's been going bonkers on it.
Apparently.
Hey, he was kid-zilling. I had to get a little creative with my thoughts here.
Right.
Hey, my foot.
So I don't remember where exactly we left off with Days, but this one's talking about, is anyone else having trouble with Patricia? Her responses are all garbled. Something very, very wrong here. Do you think the council created her as a way to control us? It was known even before the plague that AI could potentially evolve to be able to perform mind control. Patricia is going to kill us all, or turn everything around and make us serve her like worker bees. Is that from last time?
I was going to tell you the last ones should say the word archived on them because.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
So I usually just go down to the last archived one and then start going up. Sorry, I just didn't want to interrupt you when you were halfway through one.
Oh, there we go. I was looking in the wrong spot. Okay. So there's only a couple more. People are arguing that back and forth about that part. Anto's reports. Can someone please explain to me what these reports mean? Is outside better or worse than being in here? Define better. Would you rather have a few years, maybe even a few decades of safety, or hours to days of panic, just so you can see the sky again? This blasphemy is a gross misrepresentation of the information Anto presented. His reports show that sealing the doors is entombing ourselves in this place. It is rejecting God's gift of the earth for the small, sinful world created by man. I think it means we're screwed either way. Yeah, but one of those ways doesn't involve getting eaten by aliens. Anto's reports show us that it is a gamble either way. Staying here is a death sentence. The death might be 5 years away, or 30, but we will die if we seal the doors. Leaving them open is a risk. It seems the world outside is changing in ways we don't understand, and potentially in ways that will be dangerous for us. But if we want to have any chance of the human race surviving beyond those of us in the Nax, we have to leave the doors open. We have to believe that our story isn't over. All right. Hallelujah. Who else followed the message they got this morning and found the hidden part of the intranet system? Science has confirmed that what we've known in our hearts all along, just like the sister foretold. The plague is gone. The elect will inherit the earth just as they've always been destined to. Sister, there are still aliens up there. I know Dr. Thomas's report is very encouraging, but please remember to be cautious. You shouldn't risk trying to make it in the wilderness up there, not with your age. Especially because you won't be able to bring any food or medicine with you. It's still a death sentence up there. We will be provided for by Earth itself. The angels will not harm us when they sense that our souls are elect. So, again, when Sister is referring to angels, that is the aliens. So,
which I find such a fascinating concept, considering they like maim and murder and tear apart. But
right. So
We also have no idea what day it is. So is anyone else freaking out that we have no idea what day it is? I know the trader is gone, but the damage is already done. We've been living with 30-hour days. How long has this been going on? How many days have we lost?
That one just had an ad break while you were reading that one, just so you know.
This one?
Yeah, it just finished. The ad break
Yeah,
just
okay,
finished.
that's fine.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So how long has this been going on? How many days have we lost? We no longer have any connection to our own pasts because we can't say for sure when things even happened anymore. Does it really matter once the lock-in passes? We're never going back to the surface again. Our records will be our own, and who cares what arbitrary length of time a day is outside of our walls? Who cares? I do. If we don't even know how long a day is, how can we be sure anything is real? It's like, so that's crazy, right? Like, there's been studies, like when people get put into like rooms where they don't know how much time has passed or how much,
Like solitaire.
right? Like in some kind of solitaire or a confinement that eliminates any kind of indication of how long you've been in there.
Mm-hmm.
People go crazy. The expedition team had
to quantify time at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So the expedition team had a hunch something was up. Our logs of sunrise and sunset always seemed off. It didn't seem overly important at the time. Damn, were we wrong? You knew and didn't say anything? What the hell is wrong with you all? I've always thought the expedition team were a bunch of elitist jerks. Thanks for proving me right. They kept us alive.
Wait, why are they mad at the people that left the facility and came back the next day and didn't tell them anything?
They're mad at the expedition team because the expedition team had a hunch that something was wrong.
Well, people kept talking on the portal about the clocks all being off, so other people kind of
saying that the clocks were having issues, but they didn't associate
have
that.
to reset the clock.
But this is more of a more concrete proof of that. Their logs of sunrise and sunset always seemed off because when they were logging outside, they were logging at certain times, saying that this is the sunrise, is the sunset, and then they come back into the facility and stuff wasn't matching up. Because now all of a sudden, right, they show that it was outside that it was sunset, and inside it was an hour ahead or 2 hours ahead or whatever the case may be.
Well, like I think like when we read it last episode, it was up to like 29-hour days.
Correct.
Like no.
So now they're talking about 30-hour days. Yeah. So we're letting all this nonsense about murder and council members and viruses distract us from the one and only thing that we know for sure. It's dangerous up there.
Kitty is helping so much. Can you not tell? Now he's currently bathing himself from me touching him.
It's not perfect down here, but it's objectively safer. Some people here won't accept that. Some of them are people I care about very much. Smart and kind. Smart and kind people who just happen to not see reason. If they insist on leaving, I can't stop them, but I'll miss them very much. I'll miss you too, Joanna. I hope that you don't end up getting locked up down here. I hope that we'll see each other again someday down the line. You know how I feel about that. The door's locking is the only way to make sure the aliens don't find their way down here. We need to wipe out the temptation to throw them open. All right, now the rest of this is archived. Services, let's see, maintenance. I think we're good there. Nothing there. Hazmats, we're good there.
That's all the same.
Rations.
My suspicion is the last thing on the directory is going to be different because that was that council portal thing that we couldn't access before.
Yeah.
That one.
We need a password to get into the council portal, which is probably that little piece of paper you figured out.
No, maybe? But it's under us, and that would be Oswald specifically. Patricia printed that for him.
Right.
It was found on his desk.
So, but in the letter we got, it said that it looks like you're still locked out. After all, it was Oswald's vote. So
maybe
we'll try it.
Yeah. How is it really going to be that easy where we type it as is? It's not something different. You're just going to town, sir.
We'll try it. Nope, didn't work.
Try this really quick. Try SAID #36, Chris.
Nope.
Let's try.
All right, so council profiles. Let's see if there is
We'd be back to Alosha, and we've already went through all of Alosha's kids. So is there a name on Alosha specifically? Or is there
No,
a
we're
name
looking
on...
for
Because Lila did it. Never mind. So it might be under Lila.
yeah. There we go. Got it. So we got notes, we got documents. So this is all the stuff that we've already looked at. Terminal
Oh, I was going to see what the fourth thing was.
council meeting minutes.
I don't think we've seen that yet.
Okay.
Sorry, I only remembered 3. That's why I stood up really quick.
Yep. So Lila Woods, A001, vote no, reject the lock-in protocol. Reasoning: this has been a long time coming. I am, of course, voting no on the lock-in protocol. Considering that A117 helped A002 and myself expose Theodore Markson's plans for us, and that those plans involved a conspiracy to sway the residents' support on the lock-in to a certain side. This vote should have been a non-issue. Why continue to follow the plans of a madman? Why continue to walk into whatever trap he set? Despite being exiled, he planned this all out for years. And I, for one, do not want to find out what would happen next if we closed those doors on ourselves for good.
So one thing about her vote that I do find interesting is Patricia's her baby.
Right.
So you would think she would lean towards locking herself in with her baby for good, right? Because that's like her kid. Like she thinks of it as a person, not as a creature.
Yeah, but overall,
Yeah.
I don't think she's ever leaned towards voting.
No, but like
yes.
she has been like losing sleep taking care of Patricia's every need.
Right.
Like she even like skips out on her own physical needs to take care of
Right.
this AI system.
Right.
So like I'm just saying like never mind. I was saying because of that point of view, it's interesting that she would not want to be with her. She already spends her whole life with Patricia.
Right.
So like in that logic, it would make sense she would actually be more pro lock-in because she's already serving Patricia for good anyway.
Right.
Like even Alosha's like, hey, join the living, like join the real people, not
Right.
just your computer. So like it is kind of interesting that she is against that, and mostly it sounds like she's against it because of what he did. Not
Right.
necessarily because she's against locking the doors. She doesn't want to lock the doors and be down there with the destroyed Patricia.
Well, I mean, I think overall for all the episodes, I think that she's always been on the side of that she doesn't want the doors locked.
I never
yeah.
said she wasn't. I'm just saying it's interesting that because of how much she cares for Patricia, how
That she
much,
doesn't
it's like
care
her
for
daughter.
Patricia,
That, why wouldn't she want to lock herself in with the daughter? Like,
Right.
does that make sense? Because otherwise, she's talking about
I think it's
walking away and
because-
leaving her daughter behind.
Right. Well, but leaving the doors open is not walking away. So
Maybe not.
leaving the doors to where they can be opened is
Mhm.
not saying that everybody, okay, we're not voting between everybody evacuate or everybody stay.
Mhm.
We're voting between should
It
we
may come to that
lock
point at some
ourselves
point.
in
Yeah.
or leave the doors open.
You're good. I was just saying it might come to that point at some point. And
Right.
she's herself expressed that she would most likely not be willing to leave Patricia.
Right, and that's fine.
So that's interesting.
And if they say to evacuate that
Well, no, I
they're
know.
yeah.
Never mind. I was
No,
just
you're good.
expressing that I would not have expected her to be so firmly against the lock-in because of how much she has a bond with that AI device.
Right.
So I feel like her intentions behind the lock-in stuff is all because of how suspicious everything was, all the
Right.
stuff that guy was doing behind the scenes, the manipulation involved. I'm curious if that's why she leans so strongly against the lock-in because
Right.
from a mental perspective, she cares about this system. The system is down in this facility.
Correct.
You think she already like literally lives and breathes for the system. Why wouldn't she
Right.
want to be with the system 24/7 long term?
Right. Which she is locked in the server room right now. So
Exactly.
so Alexander is voting no as well. Reject the lock-in. Lock-in is short-sighted idea proposed by Tyrant and supported by cowards. Matthias is voting yes. Enact the lock-in. Reasoning: my position on this issue has been clear from the beginning. The only way we will truly be safe is with the door sealed shut. We have all lost too much, and I cannot bear to lose one more person. I know I am choosing the lesser of two evils, but that still means I am doing the most good I can. The evidence seems to show that the virus is gone. The evidence also shows that the aliens are not. I'm tired of fighting. We all deserve to have the little time we have left to be a time of peace. I know I've made mistakes. Oswald or Theo or whomever he is used me. I stole, I lied, but if I had to do it all over again, I would. I know this is the right thing to do. I would do anything to protect the people of this community. My only regret is that I can't spend this time with my son. I'm sorry, Augustus. We kept the doors open too long, and you paid the price.
I'll see you again someday. Dad loves you, and he's not going anywhere.
His son is the first to die, if I'm not.
Yeah,
His
I
son
believe
is the
so.
first
Yeah.
to.
Cyril is voting yes, enact the lock-in.
That shocks me.
After a great deal of consideration, I have elected to vote in favor of the lock-in. I am not without reservation on this policy. However, as a medical professional, I have sworn an oath to do no harm. I must act in such a way as to cause the least suffering to the greatest amount of people. With this in mind, I find instituting a lock-in to be the most prudent course of action in increasingly unreliable times. Although Dr. Thomas has presented a compelling argument that no trace of the virus remains on the surface, it is categorically impossible to prove a negative. There is no real way to guarantee that the virus will not recur in a mutated form. The long-term viability of remaining arable land on the surface is also in question. The only thing we know for certain regarding the surface is that the presence of extraterrestrials remains a constant threat to all of those who venture outside. It is no longer prudent in my mind to continue risking our scouts for the resources they have been able to receive from the surface. Nor would it be prudent to take the risks inherent in farming the soil of the surface. If we in the Nax facility are truly all that is left of humanity, it is not responsible to risk any of our number by attempting to situate ourselves in inhospitable terrain. Dedicating more of our resources to scouting and eventually re-entering the surface would be an idealistic gamble. Focusing our resources on preserving the longevity of the base is realistic, common sense policy. The discussion of an exodus among key community members made it apparent that we must also consider the allure of the surface itself, a threat to the integrity of our community. Better to remove the temptation than to consign any more of the idealists among us to near certain death. Man, wrote like a whole book.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dr. Whalen's reports. Right, yeah, exactly. So Dr. Whalen's reports have made me cautiously optimistic about the quality of life that we can export or expect to enjoy in the facility over the next 4 years and potentially beyond. In the event of the lock-in protocol's passing, residents who were previously designated scouts will be reassigned to manual labor in service of Dr. Whalen. All those who wish to leave the base will be allowed to do so. We will unfortunately be unable to provide those individuals with any supplies. If I were choosing only for myself, I would be far more tempted to follow my heart on the matter. However, due to the position, I must take more than my own preferences into account. The lock-in protocol guarantees a continuance of our species for a significant amount of time. Maintaining a pathway to the surface will always pose the threat of imminent death. We can no longer allow the dream of the surface to distract us from the reality of our situation. All right. Terminal. This is the report that was redacted that we fixed and saw. Case file. Okay, so we have we already looked at that one. Environmental report. We saw this, right? Yeah.
The environmental report was the soil report
Yep.
that we did last episode.
State of convergence.
What do you think about that?
Yep. Projected threat level of extraterrestrial virus. Okay, so introduction. The following document contains the conclusion I have drawn regarding the continued threat of the virus. I have utilized all of the concrete data regarding the virus available to me in the writing of this report, and I am firmly confident in the conclusions that I have drawn from it. Certain members of the council kept me from speaking until now, but I cannot in good conscience keep silent any longer. Hypothesis. The virus was genetically engineered by the extraterrestrials for the sole purpose of targeting and eradicating the majority of human beings. The virus was ultimately successful in its aim. This success was achieved on a global scale in the week surrounding day zero. Without further human hosts to spread amongst on the surface, the virus cannot have survived over the past 5 years. Therefore, there is a significant probability that the virus has gone extinct. If this is the case, the virus proposes zero risk of mutating into a form of itself that will threaten those who are currently immune. Total number of mammals reported by scouts who have outwardly shown viral symptoms since day 0, 0. Total units of mammals brought in from service expeditions for the purpose of food since day 0, 561. Total number of viral transmissions related to the consumption of meat from surface mammals since day 0, 0. Total population of facility upon day 0's initial viral outbreak, 115. We have infections during initial viral outbreak, 109. Fatalities during that outbreak, 109. Total population of base by day 3 was 6. Infection rate of the virus was 94%. Mortality rate of virus was 100%.
Oh, so if you got it, you did not survive.
Correct.
There's no surviving it. Okay.
Total population present for mass immunity testing on day 1858, 109. Total population with a history of exposure to virus, 104. Total participants in viral immunity testing, 108. Found immune, 108. Participants found not immune, 0.
So
Immunity
Persephone is the only one non-immune out of all of us. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Immunity status of B005. Known to be not immune. Cause of death ruled a homicide.
All right.
Well, so that was because there was 109,
Right. Yeah.
and then there
Because
was
Persephone
108.
was definitely not immune.
Correct.
Because she made a claim of that herself. That's how she knew if the virus was really there or not. 'Cause
Yep.
She was susceptible to it.
Infection by the virus leads to death within several days. Initial spread of the virus throughout the base wiped out all residents without viral immunity, with the exception of Persephone Grace. This was likely due to her careful efforts to remain in a sterile apparatus throughout the time it took for the infection to run its course. Persephone Grace is the only non-immune resident in the Nax facility after the initial infection, did not contract any form of the virus after she removed her sterile apparatus on day 10. This suggests that while the virus is very quick to spread amongst human hosts, the pathogen itself cannot survive in its airborne form for more than several days. Grace did not contract the virus when she ascended to the surface without the presence of a sterile apparatus and spent multiple days exposing herself to the terrain the virus previously swept through. This was confirmed by a blood sample collected by Jordan Kim. The virus has only ever affected human beings. At no point in the past 1,860 days has there been any sign of cross-species transmission. Suggests the virus does not lie dormant in any niche of our current ecosystem. The original form of the virus has died out, then the formation of a mutated strain is impossible. This suggests that the odds of the virus still being a threat in the area surrounding the facility are statistically insignificant. Okay. The following document is from Dr. Anto. This talks about the food and rations. So, council members, while the you get
Yeah, I'm just working on this. I'm listening though.
while the initial goal of this report was to determine the sustainability of our soil and food samples, I reached out to Dr. Thomas to expand its scope. We have looked at the main sources of concern regarding the possibility of a lock-in and have come to the following conclusions. Our calculations are based on the current population numbers. If residents leave the facility before the lock-in is initiated, we will revise our estimates once we have a final count. If you have questions about our calculations, please come see either Dr. Thomas or myself. Soil quality food growing capabilities. Thanks to past composting measures, the soil currently in the facility has not degraded as much as the soil outside of the facility. The recent refinement of our composting procedures will keep the levels fairly consistent for the foreseeable future. The larger issue is that we may not be able to meet the nutritional needs of our population indefinitely. This would require more analysis, but my current calculations show this could become an issue within a decade, after which time we may start facing a vitamin and mineral deficiency. Food stores. Our stores of outside food would begin depleting as soon as the doors are sealed. Based on expiration dates and dramatic rationing, we can expect to be solely reliant on food grown within the facility in 3 years.
He keeps finding the same stuff. I keep trying to hide it from him, and he's not having it. I got the paper.
Oops. Oh well.
I just don't want him to get this. That's my only thing I'm trying to keep away from him.
You can play with that. All right. So we'd have to be relying on our own food within 3 years.
Hmm.
Hemi,
This is hard to do with all the low production.
no worries, Hemi. Appreciate you being here. So we got to make a decision. We're making the final council vote on whether to lock the doors for our facility and prevent access to outside, and lock ourselves in the bunker, or whether to keep the doors open. So we'll see what happens. Medical supplies. We have enough basic supplies for the next 4 to 5 years. More specialized medicines and equipment will be used up sooner. Realistically, we will completely exhaust our medical supplies within 7 years. So we would need to be within 3 years completely self-reliant on making our own food. We would need to, within 7 years, somehow come up with ways to make medical supplies.
Mm-hmm. That's a bad idea.
And we would, within a decade, within 10 years, we would be looking at vitamin and mineral deficiencies, even if we do make our own food.
Wow. Bad,
Solar panel integrity. Solar panels are still in good shape, but we should be able to expect at least 80% of the current electrical yield from them for the next 10 to 12 years. After that point, the photovoltaic cells will begin to degrade. Will begin to degrade about 1% each year. Once the energy level dips below 65%, we will have to start shutting down parts of the facility. So, yeah. So here we go. Yeah, exactly, Exquisite. That's the problem. Is it better to stay inside or continue to risk being killed on the surface? So, do we lock in and stay where once we lock those doors and we seal permanently, there's no reopening them, period, right? We will not be able to override a system and be like, okay, we changed our mind, let's go open the doors. That means that we will be sealing our fate. While, yes, we are self-preserving on that aspect of it, not going to be dying for right, yeah, exactly. So if we lock it, I mean, we're guaranteed to be dead within 10 to 12 years.
I mean, granted, we could walk out of the facility and get eaten by aliens tomorrow, but that's just a lot of struggle without any guarantee.
Correct.
And it can, honestly, it's like a spaceship. Like, there's so much that can go wrong. It makes me think of The 100 a little bit, where they were suffocating people because they didn't have enough food for everyone.
Absolutely. So water filtration. The water filtration system was built under the assumption that nuclear fallout would make all surface sources non-potable. Therefore, the system is robust and not a concern for at least the next 50 to 60 years, assuming there are no catastrophic equipment failures. Air filtration. The air filtration system is built with the same mindset as the water filtration, so longevity, 50 to 60 years. Waste storage. With the overhaul of the composting system, our waste storage needs will be reduced going forward and are not a concern. So main concerns are going to be our solar panel integrity, right? Because basically after 10 to 12 years, we're going to have to start shutting down portions of the facility.
Mm-hmm.
Medical supplies will run out in 7. Food stores are going to be running out in 3. So we have to start making our own food. And within 10 years, we're going to have vitamin and mineral deficiencies. Those are your main concerns about the lock-in. Overall, I can safely say that should the lock-in take place, our current standard of life could continue for 4 years and would degrade after that point. So we're only looking at 4 years for potential positive outcome.
Mm-hmm.
In a best case scenario, we could stay within the facility for the next 30 years before our quality of life would decrease so drastically that survival of the population could no longer be guaranteed. All right. Test file, virus reports, AC records.
We may need to ask Exquisite how she solved that last section of numerical code in the manifest, because I think it's that code and I cannot find
Yeah. Okay.
it.
Hey, so do you remember how you solved that
The manifest, like
the
big
manifest
section
one that
at
we
the
had?
end. Yeah.
The one that was at the end?
Numerical. We're trying to solve this. It's like a numerical. It's 9 numbers. I'm trying to figure out how to make it into either a word or some kind of a password or something. I thought it was ACI too, but I think that's the that's how Alosha and Lila communicates. And I remember Matthias and Shepard were communicating in some format that was all numerical based. So I didn't know if you had any ideas. Unless you got any memory, babe. I just don't remember anything.
Yeah. Yeah, the decision is part of this. So, in order to finish this episode, we have to find how to log in so that we can make the vote. Because there's an issue where while we are council members, our position, we are taking the place of somebody who was exiled. And there's an issue in the system because Patricia is on the fritz and having problems. There's an issue where we can't get in, even though we're logged in as us. So to make the vote. So we have a feeling that it's something tied to the person that was exiled and that it's their password we need in order to make the vote, since it was supposed to be their vote in the first place anyway. All right, so failsafe restricted. Okay, so this one's also restricted.
Restricted?
This file, failsafe restricted.
Oh,
So,
maybe that's that password and there isn't anything to crack.
Nope. So definitely
You may need
something
to
with
cheat,
it.
babe.
Yeah.
Unless Exquisite's got something. I've been working on this for 15 minutes while you've been doing other stuff, and I'm at a loss. Tried the binary, I tried the hexadecimal, I tried the SCs too, but could be wrong.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the periodic table because that was not their version of code. That was Simone and Antos. I'm running out of stuff to try. I just tried a blank cold code breaker and I just can't figure it out.
Right. Okay. So our first part of basically our task for this episode is we want to help find out what Theodore Markson did to the Nax internet, and also finding the password to the vote page, and we have to vote on that lock-in. Got the password card.
How are we supposed to figure out what he did to the next internet? Oh, I bet you have to get into his specific page, like we were just talking about.
Jordan's statement. Apparently, so I'm looking at a hint here. It says, pay attention to the PS from Jordan at the bottom of this document. P.S. I see this as a chance to start over. Beginnings are what matter most. So it says the clue is to use the first letter of every sentence. So I don't know if that's tied to something. If you want to highlight the first letter of each sentence.
This is a copy.
Yes. Yeah, the original is a smaller piece. It's the size of this. Here. Okay. Gotta go back to what I used before. Yeah. Is there a type of cipher that involves the number 36? Base 36 cipher. So I think, forced that final clue, the tick, 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 in the manifesto. So, because we weren't supposed to be able to figure it out, remember? We figured it out. Remember, the
Okay.
hint was
Yeah,
that this was going to be figured out in a later episode.
yeah, but that's what I'm trying to figure out is what she used to force that.
So, it's a base 36. Yep, base 36 cipher. So that's why it says said number 36.
Okay.
So,
I don't know how to solve a base 36 cipher, though.
basically, we just type in the numbers.
We just did that, though.
No, but we
Oh, I gotcha.
yeah. So let me look at the numbers. Oh wait, here we go. Dang, I'm looking at the wrong. Apogee. Apogee.
That sounds possible, because I think Perigee was a different one he used.
Okay. We got into the failsafe restricted file that she was saying appeared in here. We have a bunch of binary. Floodload of binary.
Copy and paste that stuff.
Let me see if. So some of these are like highlighted and glitching, so I'm wondering if only those are going to matter. But we'll figure it out here.
Do you have a pen? The cat stole all my pens, apparently. I had 3. He's
I have a pen. I have an
I'll just
apple.
take a Sharpie. I don't care. Oh, yeah, thanks. I got
I
nothing.
have an apple.
I don't know at all what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't recognize it. I apologize.
I have a pen. I have a pineapple. Okay, pineapple pen.
Still confused.
It was a song.
I gathered that. I just have no idea.
Binary translator. Here we go. Let's type this in. We want binary to text. Oh, yep. Every part of this. Okay. Is something. Okay. I am going to post this in the Discord chat. Okay.
Well, good thing we solved this cipher before the vote, because this is gonna matter. You're not gonna believe what this says. Well, that was embarrassing. That code was in plain sight. We missed it.
Let's save time restricted.
So do we still need to solve something on that paper Lila wrote on, or are we done? Did we solve everything?
I don't know yet. Hold on a second. Let me do this before I.
I feel like we're still a password short.
We might be, but
We'll have that login password still for the vote.
okay. So this says I will. Okay, so the binary on this failsafe restricted message says I will take Patricia. I know the trails. I know the outposts. With the right equipment, I can build a terminal anywhere. My destiny will never escape me. No one was ready to see how beautiful my plan was, and so you live as captives under the rule of a broken Patricia. In case things go awry, and I am unable to bring Patricia back from the brink of chaos, use the following safe key or fail-safe key. Derrida, ending in the sum of Oswald's identity. We are all just numbers in the end.
This tells me that's the last thing we want to do is type that in.
Yeah. Now let me see if there's a reason.
How do you spell Derrida? I'm just curious.
Derrida.
Okay. Jacques Derrida, philosopher, maybe? Oh, it's Derrida's theory of deconstruction.
Yeah.
With that same spirit, Derrida challenged foundational Western philosophical thought with his deconstruction theory. Deconstruction is a philosophical approach that decentralizes the standard or traditional meanings of the text to reject absolute or singular truth. I get that in English. Yep, still don't understand. I'm sorry. Critical examination of the fundamental concept, or oppositions inherent. All words must derive their meaning by searching for other words to provide a definition. More or less.
So the glitching numbers on here
Yeah.
says bow to me.
That's funny.
Okay. So the only thing that's hot. All right. So our how do I exit out of here? I'm trying to remember how to go back.
Just are you trying to go back to like the main next page?
Yeah,
You
so
have to sign back in, I think. I don't think once you get into the back side of the portal, you just have to refresh it and sign back in. That's just the temperature stuff, and the things on the left are just the menu options. Go back button.
middle thing.
Mm-hmm. Just be able to click your link up top and then hit enter, and it'll let you go back to C11.
I just don't have to do all that all over again. I don't remember what the password was.
Oh, that's fine. It was the Alan Turing. ALANTURING. I have learned something new, and I will no longer forget it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Council portal. So
Question though is, what's the password?
is it not this one?
Oh,
Apogee?
I thought that was already what you used for the other thing that he had.
Is.
You need the same thing in both places?
No, guess not. Okay.
You said there was something hidden.
No, I was asking if something was hidden in this, but this wouldn't matter because it's Layla, not Oswald, and we need something that would
The only thing I think that this was for, well, I don't know on the back, but on the front, the only thing on the front was that it guided us to go click on her name. So at this point,
What is there any hints towards the council login page thing? Because you got distracted by the Jordan Kim. Oh, speaking of the Jordan Kim thing, let me tell you what that story is all about. You ready for this?
okay.
I have supplies join me on Surface.
oh,
So either A, she was stashing stuff on the side because she also was helping run the underground ration rink, or B, she stole stuff before she left.
Yep.
Which you go, girl, because you're the one that earned all that stuff for them anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Even with my glasses, I can't read any of that. Just so you
You're
know.
okay. Puzzle box. It's funny because the puzzle box hint says there are several strings of numbers in this document that can be decoded in a later episode. I don't think that was. I don't think that was meant to be.
No, that's right.
Let's see. It does give you step-by-step instructions on how to get through the path.
Well, that's impressive.
Let's see.
I'm just imagining people getting so frustrated they're taking like some type of device to hammer it, to shatter it, to just get into it to like let them see what's going on. Did we already figure out the failsafe one? That was Oswald's thing that we figured out, right?
Uh,
That was the apogee.
well, let me see here. So we got failsafe restricted file hint number 3 alpha. So into the message on this file, the key to unlocking a Patricia response. This key works with another item in this episode. So Oswald's FBI badge.
Hold on a second. I'm confused though. Like, wait, isn't?
Sorry,
isn't
I'm trying.
the
I'm
apogee?
going down.
You're good. I'm
Yes, this has to do with the apogee thing.
Okay.
So we used apogee to be able to unlock this file, which then gave us the binary code.
Okay.
The message that showed up at the end of that says Derrida ending in the sum of Oswald's identity. So it's saying that Oswald's FBI badge number.
You ready?
I think I have it here. But it says hint number 3, Charlie, is decode the FBI badge number using the sum of all the individual digits and numbers associated yes, excuse me, sorry, I just saw your message. That's Jordan. Yes. So Jordan left a message saying that they have supply that she stole supplies and took supplies.
Or that she had supplies. She didn't say where she got them.
Or
from,
yeah,
but
that she
had
has supplies on the surface.
and is inviting people to come to the surface with her.
Yeah. So saying of all the individual digits and numbers associated with the letters. For example, F would equal 6 because it's the 6th letter in the alphabet.
Okay, so what would X equal?
X is 24.
Okay. So
I kind of don't like the fact that they've made A 0.
I know, I thought the same thing.
So X is 24.
So 24690. Let me write this down. 246.
So and then F would be 6. Yeah, so 24 plus 6.
I was writing 24690. D would be 4, right?
Yep.
And 053. Okay, I've got a
Yeah.
number, but what do we do with the number now?
Add the sum of it. So add all those together. 24 plus 6.
Oh, wait, what? No, it's 2 plus 4
Because
plus 6 plus 9.
no, because the letter is number 24.
Oh,
So 24 plus 6
30.
and then plus 9. 39.
Sorry, yeah, you're good. 4.
Yep. 43. 39 plus 4 would be 43, right?
I'm extremely tired.
Oh, you're
I
okay.
don't know. That's the problem.
Yeah, it would be 43. And then what's the last one?
8 more.
Okay.
51, I think.
Okay. So 51 is our answer. So it would be
Wait, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on.
it would be Derrida 51. I
Okay,
think.
hold on.
I think no, you're right.
43 plus
You're right.
8. Oh, 44. Okay. Okay, yep.
Okay. Okay, so the hint is next is that we need to actually type that in for Patricia. In order to access the vote unlock code, we would type this in for Patricia and go through this portion.
Oh, but what
So-
about the portal part? I'm confused. The
No,
portal
that's what I'm
needed a
saying. We
password.
can't get into the portal until we message Patricia the code that we just figured out.
Oh, okay. How would we
So-
have known that? Seriously, though, how would we have known that?
All right, so we're gonna message Derrida 51, new terminal, requesting access, access granted, new override protocol initiated. Theo saying predictable. This would stop moving.
It's because she's still talking to you.
I know.
Just give her time. There you
Okay. Patricia, which is Theo, predictable. You were so desperate to catch me, you didn't even stop to consider if you should. Did you really think I'd leave my passwords in such obvious places?
That's
And
what
now
I
you're
thought.
left with nothing. I've already made a copy of Patricia's original coding and took her with me. I have many plans for her. I am destined for greatness, and you almost got in my way. Almost. Good luck. Logged off. System shutdown initiated. Don't wait. Or something. I don't want to go. Patricia delete or system deletion in progress.
Oh,
Patricia is sending us a message.
I told you that was a bad code. I told you it was a bad code. I knew he would never have left us a good password ever.
Okay,
I
let's
knew
see
it.
let's see. I think this is actually a message from Patricia.
Mm.
So let's find out. Okay.
There kept being hints that she was like sentient already, that she was like self-aware. He was just following orders. Unfortunately, Lila
Yeah,
told us to do
I
it.
know, I broke it. Okay. Do that. Okay. That message is now translated and put into the Discord as well. This message from Patricia says, "Please stop Markson. Let me help you one last time. Unlock the vote page with something you will never see again. Time is running out. There's a shadow hanging over me."
You never see time again, right? Like the whole thing has been about time. Tick, tick, tick. Like,
Okay.
what is something we never see again?
Time. Nope.
Oh, is it stars?
Okay. Try it. Nope. Uh,
One more time. Something you never see. I'm gonna take a photo of this just in case.
Unlock the vote page with something you will never see again. Well, no, we could possibly see the surface again, but I'll type that in just in case.
Sun. Sun.
Well, I mean, hopefully we would see the sun again.
But if we locked in, no, we wouldn't.
Yeah. Nope. Trisha. Nope.
Oswald. I guess it's not Oswald, it's Watson. Oh, freedom.
Nope. Uh,
Persephone, we can get really better.
wait, well, we said time.
I said time.
Right.
Because this whole thing, this whole season has been about the time. Tick, tick, boom, time is running out, like his master plan, like it's all connected back to clocks.
So there's a phrase, what is it? Something about
Time is running out.
that today is called the present, right?
I think so.
Because it's a gift. But there's something I think in that. Is there something about? I don't know. I don't remember what the whole thing is, but in my head, I'm thinking of yesterday.
Like yesterday's just a memory? Is that what you're talking about? Or
Something like like so yesterday. You never see yesterday again.
you can try that.
I don't remember what the whole phrase is. Something about like tomorrow and then today is the present, and I don't remember. Off the top of my head, I'm drawing blanks.
I'm trying here,
somehow I got to the word
You're
yesterday.
good. It's not finding anything. I don't know how to phrase it.
see.
Did you try Watson? Because he left, so we should never see him again, right?
Okay. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it's called the present.
Okay.
Yesterday is history. That's why I was thinking yesterday. Let me try it.
Oh, good lord. They're both in here now.
That's it.
What, yesterday?
Yep. Oh, really? You're all barked today for some reason. All right. Does the next facility... Okay, this is our voting. I can't get it to go any smaller, though, for some reason. Okay, there we go. Does the next facility enact the lock-in protocol and permanently deactivate the opening mechanism for access to the external world? Remember, your vote is not confidential. All interested residents will be able to see your decision. Well, yeah, because I was trying to figure out what the phrasing was that made it was bothering me that I couldn't remember what that whole like mantra, whatever you want to call it, was that made me even think of it.
Wait, what's she saying?
She said you hadn't done it yet. Wow, like I hadn't typed in the word yesterday yet.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, you
Well, I
haven't.
hadn't,
Oh, okay.
and then I just did. But
I
it was because
see.
I was too busy trying to figure out what the thing was
Yeah.
that made me think of the thing. Okay, that's fine. So there. All right. So, all right, chat. We gotta put this
So
to a
now we have to
vote.
vote. So that's all we have left, right?
Yeah, let me
I put option 3. Let's go with Jordan. She's smart, savvy. She knows how to kill aliens. We can survive with her. No
okay.
idea what that cat did with the other half of this puzzle.
It fell back behind.
I know. I was looking. I don't see it though.
No, it fell behind my stuff. It's down there.
Mhm.
I'll have to move stuff to get to it.
You're fine.
All right, chat. You ready to vote? You have 1 minute. There you go.
What about you and me? Are we voting?
Well, yeah, we'll add our vote to it. So, there's a poll in the chat right now. Vote, and if you're watching this later on live, let us know. Like, comment down. I mean, of course, we'll make the decision, but let us know what you were thinking. If you're watching this on YouTube, let us know down in the comments of what you think the right vote should be. So, let's see. Do we enact the lock-in? Yes or no? So yes means that we will lock the doors and we will be staying here and dying in about 10 years. But at least we won't die to the aliens. Or no, we reject the lock-in protocol and we decide not to. And we stay able to visit the surface. Okay. Looks like the vote is in. It is 4 votes. Okay, what is without? Let's see if we can hide this. All right, 4 votes were entered. All right, what is your vote?
No to the lock-in.
No to the lock-in. So you want to reject it.
Correct.
Okay.
I want to be able to go to the surface.
Okay.
Maybe.
My vote is also no, that we reject the lock-in. Our results of the poll indicate that 75% of you also voted no, and 1 said yes, that you want to enact the lock-in. So there you go.
Let's not shame the people that said yes. There are reasons for it. I was
Who
so
said yes? The one
I
that
was-
said yes,
I
but
was
that's okay.
so pro lock-in on episode 1. I was so pro lock-in.
Right.
I'm like, death and destruction and aliens eating me, comfy bed,
Nah,
AC,
I'm
showers,
going down
I'm
fighting.
good.
I'm not going to lock myself
You're
into
going down
Star.
by taking me out so
I'm
you can live
not.
longer.
I'm not going to go down sitting in some bunker just starving to death. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I will
Mhm.
go. I will go out fighting. All right.
The problem, though, is most of those people,
Yeah, it's cool. More rations for me.
most of those people
Say
just
hi
got
to the aliens.
so comfortable to their creature comforts, though. That's the whole point.
Right.
Most of those
Okay.
people haven't had to fight for more than a few days to survive.
All comes down to this, chat. Our final vote. We are the deciding factor. The other 4 council members were split 50-50 on which way they voted. We are the deciding vote. The facility, 50%, and the pulse survey that was sent out by Jeremy, 50-50 split. So here we go. We are rejecting the lock-in protocol by majority vote. No, reject the lock-in protocol. Thank you. Your vote has been received. All votes received. Incoming message from A001. Broadcasting to all. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix this to make sure that we can actually hear it. Is this... Okay. Grab my headphones so I can hear what is said as well. Oh, are you already listening to it?
No, I was doing the opposite 'cause I'm just curious.
Huh?
I wasn't doing anything yet. I was
Oh,
pulling up the
okay.
opposite 'cause I was curious. But I
Okay.
was waiting to do it after you did your part.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, everybody quiet. Shh. Shh. Silence! We have an important message. Okay.
Attention good residents of Nax. This is Layla Woods, designation A001, bringing you an official announcement from the Council. This matter warrants immediate attention. You all have made your voices heard. Despite what happened here with X designation A007, there was still much support to hold this referendum. The final vote has been cast, and I am now ready to share with you the future of this facility, of our home. But before I do,
All of a sudden, aliens come
I
storming
want to
in.
let you all
No.
know how very proud I am of you. Throughout this difficult time, you all have kept it together.
Oh.
Otherwise be an unbearable
Before I do, let me tell you about these essential oils.
be recorded here forever, chronicled and stored in the heart of Patricia's databases until the sun dies. By then, I hope the human race is restored and lives amongst the stars in a peaceful universe.
Part of me wants to know, like, some of these flashes that are happening.
I won't waste any more
Like if
of
there's
your
something
time
hidden.
waxing nostalgic. In interest of full transparency, I will read off every individual vote by council member on whether we will permanently seal our doors. And for
I know subtitles. Unplayable. Yep, exactly. And I missed the to be able to delay the ad break, so let me do that.
It just made it for a better cliffhanger.
Right?
forsake the outside world.
Okay.
It's still not done. Is it?
I don't think there's a way to turn on subtitles.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
She's kind of glitching at the moment. Like the whole point, some of the words are cutting out.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff is cutting out. So, okay. We got 10 seconds. We're gonna find out, and this is where we hit play. And again, all the this is where all the aliens come storming in, right as she goes to announce it. First, we killed off Patricia, and then next, the aliens. We let them all in. Okay.
Counselor A001. No. Counselor A002. No. Counselor A003. Yes. Counselor A004. Yes. Counselor A117. No.
The way she was
Hope
reading that in
still
the
has a
moment
home
made me
here.
almost start thinking that she didn't know the results before she read them all.
I think about all the joys we've shared, all the hardships
know what you
we've
mean.
gone through, and how we may one day be able to reclaim the surface. I think about how far we've come in just
That got loud.
51 days.
Right?
That may seem like a long time, but it is the genesis of the next evolution of humanity. We must crawl before we walk, before we run, before we jump to hyperspace.
Yeah, that's what I was
Today we have
trying to figure out
decided
earlier.
that
Exquisite.
we will
Was what the
brave
flashes
this
are.
new world. And
Oh, that's what I was waiting on.
Hello. Denizens of the sad, lonely bunker. No need to get out. It'll only take a minute. I'm coming to you from this remote outpost to tell you that despite your best efforts, despite C117's choice, it will
Ooh.
not matter.
Let me at him.
You are all still wallowing underground while the creatures that stole your home continue their plans unabated. You are all still powerless to stop them. I was the one who was going to save you all. It's not my fault that you are all so self-destructive. You've chosen your fate. Oh, one more thing before I go. When you exiled me, I helped myself to a little souvenir. Patricia. No. But she's still here, you might be saying. Well, yes and no. She's infected with a virus that I coded especially for her. I
Oh.
took a copy of her source code along, and now I can reshape her the way she was always meant to be. And you know what? Your precious new council member knew all about it. Yes, that's right. That's you.
Oh.
Think you can replace me? I'm irreplaceable.
Yep, your head's
So-
larger than a freaking.
Go ahead and see how long you last without me. Or
He's a
your precious
narcissistic.
AI. Cozy
Cyril
up in your
called it.
tomb.
Huh?
Cyril called it. He said
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a narcissist.
I have much larger
Absolutely.
ambitions to pursue.
Okay.
I was really hoping an alien would just like pop in and just like eat him in one bite.
That was the end of it. So Patricia's offline. What's next?
Type
What do we
into
do?
Patricia. Let's see if she says anything back. Hello. Just do hello. 'Cause she did respond before. Oh, you're broken.
Aye, Captain. That's what it says.
Say goodbye. I'm just curious now.
says help me.
Oh
no.
Now I really want to ask her who let the dogs out. Is that horrible or what?
Says help me. No, we said love you. I can't take this anymore.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I want to say who let the dogs out because before it was hopefully no one because that's a very special part of protein. They're hard to read, man.
Okay, it's just gonna go back and forth. I think
Yeah. Aw. Was that it?
that's what I got to figure out here.
Was there any other like stuff on the?
We did the vote. Let me see. I think that maybe that's it. We did the vote.
But yeah, like he took down Patricia for good, and she's like solely in charge of the base. So now the base won't survive without her.
Right.
Because she does time, she does everything. She controls the lights, she controls the
Yeah.
air, she controls the water. Like without her functioning, they can't live in that base.
Right.
So by kicking him out, it's almost like they sealed their fate to have to leave the base. After all we just argued about.
Right. Let's see.
I'm checking the fifth one here. So it just says after you vote, is that it? Is there anything else that needs to be done? Just checking. And someone posted, you may need to refresh the page and vote a couple times until the video kicks up and plays.
Right.
Am I supposed to fix Patricia as well? Did I miss something? She's irreparable. Oh, poor Joe. She's
What?
irreparable.
Oh no.
Patricia's done for. She's
Yep,
not coming back.
okay.
Oh, I'm sad now. Someone's like, Joe, no, not Patricia. She's like,
We
I
can't.
know, I'm
we
so
can-
sad for her.
okay,
I got
so
quite
I
attached.
think that's it. So we made the choice. We made the decision. So that's I think
Yeah.
the part is now there is an Omega protocol. There is an Earth break too.
But we don't know if it has anything
But
to do
I
with
don't know if it
Earthquake
has
1 or
anything to
anything
do
yet.
with this one or if it's continuation or what it is. But there is a second Earthbreak series. So that may be why the video kind of left off the way that it did.
Mm-hmm.
But we can talk about that in a second. So at this point we will do a quick little check. What was the what was it? Something
Alan
51?
Turing? Oh, Derrida. Derrida. 5-1.
Nope, wrong. Okay, was that not the one we used for that?
For Patricia?
No. To get into the council portal.
We had to do the Derrida 5-1 into Patricia, and then we had to go into
Right.
the council portal and do yesterday.
That's right, yesterday. Okay.
Did you do the Derrida 5-1 part?
No, I don't need to because that was only to be able to figure out the password.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was to unlock the ability to type the password.
All right, so let's see what happens if we hit Hemi Cakes. Well, I mean, so our outcome of the decision is basically that we're leaving the doors open, that Patricia is irreparable, which is going to force us basically to figure some stuff out on our own and probably all go out to the surface. If we were to hit, what's up?
I was just reading the Facebook stuff to see if we've missed anything.
Yeah.
And like the fourth person down from about 2 years ago went, so how did you vote? Well, feel free to tell me how you vote. But then someone below it went, and how many of you like myself went back and voted the other way just to see what happened?
Right, yeah.
I'm like,
So-
we're about to do it.
Okay. So let's go back and see if we had gone with Hemi's choice of yes, enact the lockdown. Let's see what we end up with. How about that?
Would Patricia magically be cured and we can all live happily ever after without Oswald?
I don't know. Maybe. Find out. All votes received. All right, here we go.
Attention good residents of Nax. This is Layla Woods, designation A001.
So this is if
bringing
you
an
vote the
official
other way, if
announcement
you
from
vote
the
yes.
council. This matter warrants immediate attention.
We did too,
You
don't
all
worry,
have made
Hemi.
your voices heard. Despite what happened here with X designation A007, there was still much support to hold this referendum. The final vote has been cast, and I am now ready to share with you the future of this facility, of our home. But before I do, I want to let you know how very proud I am
I mean,
of all of
vote
you.
the correct way. Yes.
Throughout this difficult time, you all have kept it together. You have cared for each other. You have worked hard to make a real difference in what would otherwise be an unbearable hell. I don't know what the fate of humanity will be, but I do know at the very least that your words and your actions will be recorded here forever, chronicled and stored in the heart of Patricia's databases until the sun dies. By then, I hope that humanity is restored and lives amongst the stars in a peaceful universe. I won't waste any more of your time waxing nostalgic. In the interest of full transparency, I will read off every individual vote by council member
I feel like there was
on
less of
whether
that
we
cutting
will
out.
permanently seal our doors and forsake the outside world. Counselor A001. No. Counselor A002. No. Counselor A003. Yes.
We know
Counselor
A004.
A004. Yes.
And then us.
Counselor 117. Yes. Well then, I guess things are settled.
Apparently, she doesn't like us anymore.
You're right.
The vote is immutable. In 1 hour, the council will shut the
Ooh.
door for the final time and destroy its opening mechanism. This is it.
She was so happy for the other vote.
You have
Right.
until then to gather your loved ones and your personal effects if you wish to leave.
Oh, so they're giving him an
But
hour to
know
lock
that
down.
you may
That's
never
decent.
return here.
Right.
This is the final time we'll be together. Let's make the most of it.
Here he comes.
Okay.
Hello, denizens of the sad, lonely bunker. No need to get up.
Oh my gosh.
I would like to address C117, who apparently has taken my place on the council. I can assure you that will not be for very long. I'm coming to you from a remote location to tell you that I am overjoyed with your decision, C117. And to tell you that when you exiled me, I helped myself to a little souvenir. Patricia. But she's still here, you might be saying. Yes and no. She's going down with a virus that I coded especially for her. I took a copy of her source code along, like I said I would. Now I can reshape her the way she was always meant to be.
How do you get a copy for out?
Right.
What's that, you wonder? It wouldn't be very fun for me to show you how the sausage is made. Let's just say that Patricia's capabilities to intercept and translate alien transmissions, they've given me a fantastic idea. Let's just say humans,
So
not the future.
Oh! He just said humans are not the future.
wow.
And that aliens gave him a great idea.
We had some fun times. I will truly miss sneaking around right under your nose. And you know what? Your precious new council member know about it. That's right. You think you can replace me. I'm irreplaceable. So go ahead. See how long you last without me or your precious AI. Cozy up in your tomb.
I didn't recognize him because he looks
No,
different.
no,
He's
yeah.
older.
Yep. But it wasn't until this one that I started I was like, I wonder who this guy is. who this actor is.
That's what I was thinking too in my head.
I was like, man,
yeah.
he's fantastic. He's
Oh yeah, he is so
great
playing
job
into it.
selling this.
That's
Okay.
funny.
That's the end of that one too.
So we met Shepard, y'all.
Atten-
Not Shepard, Shepard.
So if you remember in the Discord a little while back, and maybe on our socials, we posted that we had attended a conference and met some of the team with Hunt a Killer, had them sign a Supernova box. Well, this is who we met.
I believe they both worked on.
So, well, I don't think she did.
Oh, she was a.
He
she was
worked.
Supernova.
So this
He
guy
did-
here
yeah.
worked on and made. I don't know. That looks like him. This is obviously older. I mean, when I don't know when Earthquake
It's
was
got to
made.
be at least 5 to
But-
7 years old.
Yeah,
At least.
at least 5 to 7 years old.
If not, they managed to find a guy that looks so freaking like him. That's
I think
hilarious.
that's him.
That's funny. You need to pause the video. It does look darn close. I'm just laughing because whoever that is, whether it's the same person or not, they did a phenomenal job playing him. Like, just he reminded me so much like of not Robin Williams, but like that level of like ad lib like variety. You know, I did enjoy Layla's like different reactions to the different votes. I'm wondering if she doesn't know which way it really went down, and they just had her read both to read both. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I don't know. That was so interesting. She did the side by side comparison.
Attention.
Oh, it's not gonna let me like
No.
fast forward.
This is Layla Woods, designation A001, bringing you an official announcement from the council.
I don't know why she's kind of bothering
This
me.
matter warrants immediate
She seems a little
attention.
uppity.
You all have made your voices heard.
Okay.
Despite what happened here with X designation A007,
You are going for proof right now.
there was still much support to hold this referendum.
When she reads 3,
The final
like
vote has been passed,
A003.
and I am now ready to share with you the future of this facility, of our home. But before I do, I want to let you know how very proud I am of all of you. Throughout this difficult time,
Oh wait, there we go.
you
What'd you do? Oh, okay.
Double clicking on it and
Oh,
it
here
made
we
it full
go.
screen.
It's coming. Frequency mid.
Counselor A003. Counselor. No.
It does connect.
Counselor
It does? Okay.
A003.
Oh, it's him.
003. Counselor A00. Counselor A0.
She's like really glitching now. She's like,
Yeah, it's me going back and forth.
What are you trying to find?
A003. 03.
So it's yeah, there's a major image change. It's him. It's him standing. It's his like you can see the back of his shirt or whatever.
Oh, like he's cutting through?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you slowing it down or something?
No, well, I mean, I was dragging, but
Let's make the most of it.
Hello, denizens of the sad, lonely bunker.
I'm trying to wait into.
No need to get up.
I know, I swear they look so much alike. I feel like that's the same person. He's just like 7 years younger there than he is.
Right,
now.
yeah.
I would like to address C1.
And his hair is the opposite.
Who
Oh, wait,
apparently
which it would
has
be
taken
from
my
the photo,
place
yeah.
on the council.
Right.
I can assure you that will not be for very long. I'm coming to you from a remote location to tell you that I am over.
yeah, it's him. Yeah, see, like I told you.
C117. And
I'm
to tell you
actually
that when
embarrassed that I did
you're
not
excited, I
realize that.
told
That's
myself
too. And I am so good with faces.
Right?
to-
I was like, it
I
took
did
us
think
doing
he
this the
looked
second
familiar,
time. Yeah.
but
I was just like, man, I was like, I really want to know who it was that did the acting in this
I
because
looked
yeah,
at his photo the entire season, so I didn't think a thing of it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I took a copy of Resource Code along, like I said it would.
So,
and now I can reach
there you go. Okay, so chat. That is it for episode 5. If you are watching this live, stick around because we are going to we'll end this recording for YouTube, but then we will start another one that will do our summary of the whole story to be able to put that up as well. It's something new we started doing with the last case, thanks to all of your input on YouTube. And so feel free, if there's ever any kind of suggestions or ideas, feel free to shoot them our way. We're still learning and we're still doing a lot, and go from there. Definitely crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds like the next Earthbreak series is a continuation of
Mm-hmm.
this story.
For you guys.
So that kind of, I think, is why it ends kind of the way that it is. I mean, we probably could, but either way, I think Patricia's going down. So
I do, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
if Joe says Patricia's done for,
yeah,
she's done for.
I don't think no matter what you do, it's gonna come back.
Honestly, though, like going back to those early
I mean,
episodes,
I technically could like log out and log back in,
Yeah.
and then just do it, but that's just gonna circumnavigate, but it's gonna do the same thing. I mean, at that point, it just
eventually. The one thing though,
skips
like
that part.
for Patricia, like there's so much to her. Like if you go back to the earlier episodes and play with her, like
Yeah.
all the song lyrics and stuff like that. I only found like maybe 40 so far, but
They
like,
put
I have
in
a list-
over 3,000.
I have a list of
entries.
like 700 songs more I have to go through, but like
Yeah.
any song lyric you put in, she has a response for it. From
Right.
like Who Let the Dogs Out to, oh my gosh, there's so many. Like there's a few Whitney Houston ones, like I Want to Dance with
Well,
Somebody.
and so that's the thing is that we, when we were talking to Markson, IRL, so we were talking to him.
OG bad guy.
IRL, he let us know that like him and another person, a couple other people,
Mhm.
had to code Patricia specifically. This was before AI, like Chat GPT and all that stuff. So literally had to go in and formulate that if somebody typed in this, that it would look for those words, and then this is what the response would be. That it wasn't like an AI program. They had to program that all by hand. So 3,000 plus entries that they put in.
And it's fun because some of the stuff that she would respond, like I mentioned the virus once, and she got really spicy and was like, "Don't make me report you."
Right. So we'll probably
So fun.
hint at that during our little review video that we're going to do here in just a minute. But chat, we really, really appreciate you all coming in. And especially if you're watching this on YouTube, I know that our episodes average about 2+ hours. And if you're sticking around watching our content for 2+ hours, then that's the equivalent of going to a movie theater and sitting down and watching a movie. So the fact that you are doing that is just appreciated beyond belief. That you are, have found us and that you are watching our content. So we really, really appreciate you being here. We really enjoy doing it, and we're going to keep continuing to do it. So feel free, down in the description of the YouTube video, there will be links down there. Follow them, join the Discord, follow us on social media, follow us over here on Twitch, over on Kick, and anywhere else. And feel free to join in on other stuff too if you'd like. We always enjoy having people here.
These are for the next one.
And okay, before we do the review video, since you stuck around this long watching, we will reward you with a short teaser about Earthbreak. What is this one? Frequency.
Mhm.
So it's called Earthbreak Frequency. So this is the second Earthbreak. Years after a dramatic decision affected all who lived in Nax, Jordan Kim and her scouts find there is plenty to fear on the surface. You are Resident 117, and once again, you are pulled into a world where one mishap makes all the difference between life and death. With each cash dropped on your doorstep, you must use what you have at your disposal to make sure Jordan and her team not only stay alive, but solve the mystery of the alien threat.
I'm so excited because the aliens were such a bystander in this season. I really wanted to know so much more about them, like all the drawings and all the detailed schematics. Like, it's been driving me nuts to not get to know what's the tower, what pulls them to the tower.
Right?
So I am so excited now.
So there you go. All right, so let me we'll end it here for the episode 5. If you're watching on YouTube, again, stay safe, stay strange. We will catch you next time with our next episodes right here and over on Twitch. So have fun, stay safe, stay strange.